Lana here, get ready. This reading is revealing secrets that will shock and guide you at the same time. You did not settle because you were never meant to live an average love story. You walked away from people who begged you to stay. You said no when it would have been easier to say yes. You chose loneliness over disrespect. And now, this younger lover is about to walk into your life and show you exactly why every almost had to fall apart. This is the kind of connection that makes you look back and say, now I understand. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you see this, that is when it is meant for you. I pulled 3 powerful cards for your situation: the Lovers, the Knight of Cups, and the Page of Wands. And the energy is strong, fresh, and full of emotion. The Lovers speaks about a deep, undeniable bond. The Knight of Cups brings romantic feelings, real effort, and emotional sincerity. And the Page of Wands carries that exciting, youthful spark, someone curious, bold, and very attracted to you. This younger lover feels different. They are not intimidated by your standards. They are inspired by them. They see your strength, your growth, your self-respect, and instead of running, they step forward. They want to impress you. They want to show you they can match you. You never settled because your heart knew someone would one day rise to meet you. And this person is coming in with passion in their eyes and honesty in their heart. Only take what resonates with you. Not every detail will fit everyone. But if you've been feeling like love is about to shift in your favor, stay with me. Because what these 3 cards reveal next will explain why this younger lover is about to change everything. When we look at all 3 cards together, the Lovers, the Knight of Cups, and the Page of Wands, the message becomes very clear. This is not random. This is not just a crush. This is not something light that fades in a week. This is a connection that begins with fire, deepens with emotion, and settles into something real and chosen. The Page of Wands is the spark. It is that first moment when this younger lover sees you and feels something wake up inside them. It's excitement, curiosity, attraction that feels fresh and alive. You make them feel inspired. You make them feel bold. Around you, they feel like taking risks. They want to talk to you. They want to impress you. They want your attention. This energy is playful, but powerful. It's the beginning of something that feels different from what they have experienced before. But attraction alone is not enough. That's where the Knight of Cups comes in. What started as excitement quickly turns into real emotion. This younger lover doesn't just feel chemistry. They start feeling deeply. They think about you when you are not around. They imagine what it would be like to build something with you. They want to express themselves. They want to open their heart. This card shows sincerity, romance, effort. The Page of Wands says, I am drawn to you. The Knight of Cups says, I feel something real for you. And then we have the Lovers. This is the most powerful part, because the Lovers is not just about feelings. It's about choice. It's about 2 people standing in front of each other and saying, yes, I choose this. This younger lover is not just falling into something with you. They are consciously realizing that this connection matters. Together, these cards tell a story. First, there is the spark, the excitement, the curiosity, the strong physical and energetic pull. Then, there is the emotional awakening, the romantic gestures, the desire to treat you gently and seriously. And finally, there is alignment, a bond that feels mutual, a connection that feels equal, a love that feels chosen. You never settled because your soul was waiting for all 3 of these energies at once. You were not meant to have just passion without depth. You were not meant to have just sweet words without real attraction. And you were not meant to have connection without commitment. You were waiting for a love where excitement, emotion, and alignment all meet in the same place. This younger lover brings that combination. They are excited by you. That's the Page of Wands. They are emotionally invested in you. That's the Knight of Cups. And they feel spiritually aligned with you. That's the Lovers. This is why it feels different. With past people, maybe there was chemistry but no effort, or effort but no deep bond, or feelings but no courage to choose you fully. But here, the energy flows in steps. It builds naturally. It grows instead of fading. The Page of Wands gives the courage to start. The Knight of Cups gives the heart to continue. The Lovers gives the decision to commit. There is also growth happening here. This younger lover is evolving because of you. The playful spark pushes them to act. The emotional depth pushes them to mature. And the alignment pushes them to think seriously about love. You awaken something inside them that makes them want to rise. And let's talk about you for a moment. You walked away from situations that were not enough. You chose self-respect when it would have been easier to accept less. You felt lonely at times. You questioned yourself. But deep down, you knew you were waiting for something that felt complete. These three cards together say that what is coming toward you feels complete. There is passion, but not chaos. There is emotion, but not manipulation. There is connection, but not confusion. This younger lover is not perfect. No one is. But the energy is honest. It is open. It is moving forward instead of holding back. They are not afraid to show interest. They are not afraid to express feelings. And they are not afraid to choose you. That is the difference. When all three cards combine, they show a relationship that begins with fire, deepens with vulnerability, and stabilizes with mutual choice. It's the kind of love that feels alive in the beginning and still feels safe as it grows. And that is why you never settled. You were not meant for half love. You were not meant for someone who hesitated. You were not meant for someone who only admired you from a distance but never stepped forward. You were waiting for someone who would feel the spark, follow their heart, and then stand in front of you and say, I want this. The Page of Wands lights the flame. The Knight of Cups protects the flame. The Lovers builds a future around the flame. This is not just a lesson. It's a reward for your patience, for your standards, for your strength. This younger lover is stepping into your life not to test you, but to meet you. And when excitement, emotion, and alignment all come together like this, it creates something powerful, something you never had to settle for, something that finally feels right. Now let's talk about the Page of Wands, because this is where the fire begins. This is the spark. This is the moment everything starts to feel exciting again. And in this situation, the Page of Wands is showing you the bold, curious, youthful energy this younger lover carries toward you. The Page of Wands is attraction that cannot be ignored. It's the kind of energy where someone sees you and immediately feels inspired. Their eyes light up. Their body language changes. There is excitement in the way they speak to you. This younger lover feels a strong pull, and it's not something they are used to controlling very well. They are curious about you. They want to know everything. What makes you laugh? What makes you emotional? What you dream about? What you fear? There is an innocent but intense desire to explore you, not just physically but mentally and emotionally too. You awaken something playful inside them. This card also shows boldness. The Page of Wands does not sit back forever. They may feel nervous at first, but eventually they act. They send the message. They start the conversation. They flirt. They test the waters. And you can feel the spark when they do. It's fresh. It's alive. It's different from the heavy or complicated energies you dealt with before. You never settled because you were not meant to be stuck in dull love. You were not meant to feel bored, ignored, or taken for granted. The Page of Wands brings back passion. It reminds you what it feels like to be desired openly. This younger lover looks at you like you are exciting, like you are rare, like you are someone they want to chase in a healthy way. There is also a fearless side here. Even if they are younger, they are not afraid to show interest. They may tease you, compliment you, show off a little just to impress you. They want your attention. They want your reaction. And they love seeing you smile because of something they said. This card carries creative energy too. This person may come up with spontaneous ideas, unexpected invitations, fun plans. They want to create memories with you. They don't want things to feel routine. They want adventure. And they want you to experience that adventure with them. At the same time, the Page of Wands is still learning. They may not have all the experience. They may not always know the perfect words to say. But what makes this energy beautiful is that it is honest. What they feel, they show. There is no heavy mask here. When they are excited, you can see it clearly. This younger lover feels proud being connected to you. There is a slight possessive spark too, not in a toxic way, but in a way that says, I don't want to lose this. They feel lucky, and that feeling makes them try harder. The Page of Wands is also about new beginnings. This connection feels like the start of something fresh. It doesn't carry the old pain. It doesn't feel like past baggage. It feels light, but powerful at the same time, like a new chapter opening that you didn't see coming. You inspire them. Your strength, your standards, your confidence, instead of pushing them away, it pulls them closer. They see you as a challenge in the best way. Not someone they want to control, but someone they want to grow for. Being around you makes them feel alive. There is passion here, strong chemistry, playful tension, the kind that makes your heart beat a little faster. And it's mutual. You can feel when someone is genuinely excited about you, and this energy is loud. The deeper message of the Page of Wands in this topic is that this younger lover brings movement. They bring action. They bring that first brave step that changes everything. They are not coming in quietly. They are coming in curious, bold, and ready to explore what this connection could become. You never settled because you were waiting for a love that felt alive. And the Page of Wands is saying this younger lover is bringing that fire back into your life. Not chaos, not confusion, but excitement, passion, and the courage to start something new. This is the spark that begins this story. Now let's go deeper into the lovers, because this card is not just about attraction. It is about alignment. It is about a connection that feels chosen, not forced. And in this situation, the lovers is explaining why this younger lover feels like more than just a random person entering your life. The lovers speaks about a bond that feels natural. When you two connect, it doesn't feel complicated. It doesn't feel like you have to prove yourself. There is a sense of recognition, almost like your souls understand each other before your minds fully catch up. And that is powerful. This younger lover feels drawn to you in a way they cannot fully explain. It's not just your looks. It's not just your energy. It's the way you stand in your truth. The way you did not settle. The way you held your standards even when it cost you relationships. That kind of self-respect is attractive on a soul level. And the lover's card shows that they feel it deeply. There is strong chemistry here, yes. But it's not only physical. It's emotional and spiritual too. Conversations flow. Eye contact feels intense. Silence between you doesn't feel awkward. It feels safe. And this is something they have not experienced before. With others, things may have felt rushed or shallow. With you, it feels meaningful. The lovers also represents choice. And this is important. This younger lover is choosing you consciously. Not because they are bored. Not because they need attention. But because they see value in you. They see long-term potential. They see someone they can grow with. And that kind of choice carries weight. You never settle because your soul was waiting for a connection that felt equal. The lovers is about equality. Two people standing side by side, not one chasing and the other running. Not one begging and the other giving crumbs. This is balanced attraction, balanced interest, balanced desire. There is also vulnerability in this card. The lovers asks both people to open their hearts fully. And this younger lover is slowly realizing that being with you means stepping into something real. It means honesty. It means commitment. It means emotional responsibility. And instead of running from that, they feel ready to step up. They feel inspired by you. Being around you makes them want to be better. They may start taking their goals more seriously. They may become more focused, more mature. Because they want to be someone you can respect. They want to stand next to you proudly. The lovers also carries passion. Let's be honest, the attraction is strong. There is a magnetic pull. When you are near each other, the energy shifts. There's tension in the best way. A spark that feels alive. And it's mutual. But what makes it different is that the passion is supported by emotional depth. This card is telling you that this connection has the potential to be life-changing. Not because it will be perfect, but because it will be real. You both will see each other clearly. Strengths and flaws. and still choose to stay. For this younger lover, meeting you feels like a turning point, like they are stepping into a more serious chapter of their life. You challenge them. You awaken them. You make them question what love truly means. And that's why they can't ignore what they feel. The lovers is also reminding you of something important. You are not meant to shrink for love. You are not meant to lower your standards to keep someone. The right person meets you at your level, and this younger lover is trying to rise to that level. This card confirms that the reason you never settled is because you were meant to experience a connection where love feels mutual, chosen, and aligned. A connection where you are not chasing clarity, where affection is not confusing, where the bond feels strong and honest. The lovers is not casual energy. It is serious. It is intentional. It is powerful. And in the context of this topic, it is saying that this younger lover is not here to waste your time. They are here because something about you feels like home to them. And when two people feel that kind of pull toward each other, it is never random. It is a choice made from the heart. Now let's talk about the Knight of Cups, because this is where the emotional truth of this younger lover really begins to show. The Knight of Cups is not someone who hides their feelings for long. This card carries romantic energy, soft but brave. And when it comes to you, this younger lover is not playing around. They feel something real, and it surprises them how deep it goes. At first, they may have been drawn to you because of attraction, because of your beauty, your confidence, your calm power. But very quickly, that attraction turned into emotion. This person thinks about you in quiet moments. They imagine conversations with you. They replay the way you smile, the way you speak, the way you carry yourself. There is a softness in them when it comes to you. And what's powerful here is that they don't feel this way often. They may be younger, they may have had crushes before, but this feels different. This feels meaningful. The Knight of Cups shows someone who wants to come forward with an offer. Not something cheap, not something temporary. This is someone who wants to express their heart. They want to tell you how they feel. They want to show you through actions that they are serious. And this is exactly why you never settled. Because the love that is meant for you comes with effort. This younger lover sees you as someone worth pursuing properly. They don't see you as an option. They see you as a prize. And instead of being scared of your standards, they feel motivated by them. They want to rise. They want to grow. They want to become the person who can stand beside you confidently. There is also vulnerability here. The Knight of Cups is emotional. This person may not always show it openly, but inside they are sensitive. They care deeply about how you see them. They care about whether you accept them. And they fear rejection more than they admit, because they know you are not someone who tolerates half-hearted love. What's beautiful about this energy is that it is genuine. This is not manipulation. This is not someone saying pretty words with no action. The Knight of Cups follows their heart, and when they fall sincerely. This younger lover feels inspired by you. You make them want to open up. You make them want to speak honestly. They may come in with a message, a confession, an invitation, something that feels romantic and intentional. It might start softly, but the feeling behind it is strong. They want to create something beautiful with you. They want to experience love in a way that feels pure, not complicated. And here's the deeper part. The Knight of Cups also represents emotional maturity growing. Even if this person is younger in age or energy, being around you pushes them to grow emotionally. They start thinking about commitment differently. They start thinking about long-term possibilities. You awaken something in them.